What's up, guys? Byfield Racing 10B here. Second video today. First time I've done a double header video. Not the first time, but anyway, today I am going to be talking about how our 2024 season is going with the 10B. So, let's get started. We've ran 3 races so far. All 3 came at Valley, and all 3 came resulting with us in last. So, let's get started. So, April 6th, our first night, was already off to kind of a, no other way to put this, kind of a shitty start. We still had a bunch of stuff to do on cars. If you know anything about me, my dad in racing, he hates working on the car on race day. So, we still had stuff to do. We had a motor mount to change. We had the deck lid to paint, which you can clearly see I painted because it looks like shit. And we had a couple of tires to do, and we had to mount the seat bracket. So yeah, it's already chaotic. And yeah, so we were already rushed trying to get all that done, which we did. And then more issues. We got in the car. My dad got in the car to put on the trailer. I was standing back behind the trailer, waiting to guide him on. And it starts up. You can tell right away when it starts up, it's getting way too much fuel. It's getting not enough airflow. Again, it sounds like it's flooding out. So it starts up, backs it out. It dies on him. He tries again and again. And this is when Jeff shows up, whose garage the car was in. So my dad lives in an apartment. He shows up. And I don't know. I'm standing by the trailer, and while he's trying to start it, and it keeps dying on him, I can't hear the whole conversation. But eventually, I walk up, and yeah, eventually leads to my dad saying more stupid shit, and Jeff just opening the hood. Well, my dad just ranted about stupid shit, and we tried everything, and it looked like the fuel pressure regulator is bad. It was something with the fuel. There's a lot of things that were wrong with the car, but what we found at the time was the fuel pressure regulator was bad because Jeff put his fuel pressure gauge over it and had low pressure. So we went over the other spare parts Cavalier, we pulled a pressure regulator off, put it on, started it up. Still sounded like it was kind of not really running right, but it was enough to where it could drive on the trailer. Oh wait, never mind. And then it died again, and we took an idle control sensor and put it on there. And then once it warmed up with the idle control sensor on it, stayed running. Enough to where you get on the trailer at least. And then, add on to it, we were already running late, because we had to put the car ready, and then we had that whole fucking clusterfuck of the fuel issue. So we did that, and to add on to make it even more interesting is on the way to the track, in typical Ford F-150 fashion, my dad's power steering on his truck blew. So yeah, it was entertaining seeing him. I should have filmed him trying to drive it without power steering. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway, yeah, no power steering. If you add all that on top of us, it's doesn't look very good for a race day if you factor in all the problems we've had. So we pick up Roman, which you'll find out about him later in the video. We're running hell late. Get to the track, go in. They did not have an announcer there. They did not announce there, so. Well, they did not have any announcement in the pits to let my dad know or crews know it was time to go out for hot laps. So, well, Dylan's the only one who went out for hot laps. So he goes out because we all thought our hot laps were later. So then when we go out, my dad gets ready, goes out. We're all sitting in staging. My dad, Tucker, Michael, Robert, and the Rigsbys. All sitting in staging, and they push the wingless sprints in front of us and tell us to turn around. So of course they all flip out because there was no buzzer, no announcement, no anything to let us know it was time to go out. We just had to guess. So that added to another issue. Then fast forward heat race. Went out for the heat race. And you all saw the video. Car ran like shit. Car ran like complete shit. It just did not sound right. So, yeah. I went back to the pits, and my dad, of course, I've mentioned this many a times, was all pissed off, saying how he wanted to go home, saying this is why he fucking quit racing, saying he's fucking miserable. You know, just causing a scene, being himself. So, yeah. Then we, I don't remember what was wrong with it. I don't remember what we did to the car in the pits, but yeah. And he was also pissed off that 33 guy, which you saw in the video. So I, before my dad went up and said a bunch of stupid shit, I went up to him. I was like, what the fuck is your problem, man? Like, why are you driving on people, driving across people, and brake checking people? And he's like, he tries to play all stupid. He's like, oh, my fucking tire was off the ground, and I'm like, no. I just left him alone. It was so stupid the way he responded. So yeah, and then. Fast forward the feature. Fast forward right before the feature. Guess what happens? It starts raining. The rain starts going down hard, which they still push us out for the feature, make us go out for the feature, even though the rain's coming down hard. And I had to stay in the truck with my little sister Stella, who was acting like her mother. So yeah, that was a difficult time while my dad was out there. Luckily, we finished the feature, though. We were lapped and got dead last. But we finished, though. And then, on the way back to the pits, Eric literally ran over a jack and slammed right into his trailer. We had to get our jack out from under his car. And then, loading the car onto the trailer, the ramp breaks. Luckily, we get on the trailer, but the ramp just snaps in half. Because they're flimsy wooden ramps. So yeah, that just capped off our night. Then driving home. Yeah, still no power steering. Yeah, trying to get the car, get the trailer unhooked, trying to turn it in the driveway with no power steering. Spectacle. And the final thing, and this is the cherry on top of everything. When we got back to the apartment, we parked, and guess what happens? The window, my dad's driver's side window, just collapses, falls right in, bracket breaks, and bam, falls right in. So now it's still kind of raining a little bit. We're still trying to scramble to get everything important out, and this just adds on to everything. So it caps off our first night of racing. Not really the way we wanted to get back into it after being gone for almost 2 years, but I guess you gotta start some way. I guess the saying goes, if you don't have bad luck, you won't have any luck at all. So that week we just keep working on stuff. We changed the yeah, I can't remember what we changed. We changed something. We changed, I think, the we had a bad intake gasket. We had to change the intake gasket. We changed that. I wasn't here for this one, but my dad, we didn't race next week because the car ran like shit, so we didn't race that weekend. Next weekend, we discovered another problem too. Under the lifters, there was only supposed to be one washer, but someone told my dad to put 2 washers under there, so 2 washers, it'll flood the cylinders out. So we took off those 2 washers, only keeping 1 washer under the lifters. So that made it sound better a little bit. And yeah, we also had to change the headers too, because those were going bad. And yeah, so week three, we didn't do much better. We still were last. The track was slow. Cars were stuck in front of my dad. The track was one lane, just not really very well prepared. And then week after that rained out, which during that week we fixed the rear end was bent from when Roman rolled it, because that was previously his car. And also, what else did we change? We changed the timing too. The timing was a tooth off, so we had to change the timing. And also, what else did we change? We changed something. I think what else we changed. Oh yeah, also the timing chain was stretched out too, so we had to change that. So we made a bunch of changes, found a bunch of issues, started the car, it sounded sorta okay. Went out there for week 3, and yeah, it didn't go so well either. Roman took it out for the heat race, and yeah, had no power. This is when we figured the fuel pump was probably going bad, so had no power at all, and I'm thinking, yeah, no power at all. So my dad had to take Tucker's car with no doors to the parts store, which I'll upload that video as a short. That one's worth uploading. So yeah, went out for the feature. So he changed the plugs. He changed the plugs in the heat race. Went out for the feature. Had no power at all in the feature and shut it off with 3 to go. So that just added on to an already rough, shaky start season. But luckily, we changed the fuel pump, and I know there was something else we had to change. I don't remember what it was. I don't know. We had to change something else, but whatever we changed made it run right. I don't remember what it was. We for sure changed the fuel pump, but I do not know what we changed. I do not know. I'll put it in the description. I'll look at my dad's text, but I'll put it in the description. So that's the start to our 2024 season. So hopefully it goes much better from here. Hopefully it doesn't have this much problems in 2025 when I begin my racing. So that's just how it's starting. But, you know, just gotta keep moving forward. We'll get it figured out eventually. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.